Hello, sports fans. Jamie Hughes in here for another edition of Sports Talk on Hometown Sports Corner. Late edition. Once again, these Thursday nights seem like everything gets scheduled on Thursday. But my baby girl had a Christmas program, and then we have Bible study and a couple different things going on. 'Tis the season, I guess we could say. But I'm glad again to be on here talking a little sports with you. Of course, since we were last year, we've had a busy opportunity to see a bunch of different things go on in the world of sports locally. And we're going to look, as we always do, to the 14th region and the 15th region boys and girls top 10. We'll talk some grade school basketball action with you guys as well. And a little dirt track racing if time would permit. Then, of course, we'll fill you in on a lot of different things we got going on here with Hometown Sports Corner. And again, guys, we want you to, first of all, make plans to come be with us Monday night. Monday night, we will be at Hot Rods Pizza for Hometown Sports Corner's Reindeer Games, is what we call them. 12 days of Christmas. We're going to give away some gifts and got a cake ordered. We're going to have some pizza. And James Sandlin, myself, and hopefully all the guys from Hometown Sports will be able to be there and just say hello to you fans. We also that night are going to allow people to go throughout the community, take selfies, and then come back to Hot Rods Pizza with their selfies and win a prize. We got about 6 of those. Then we're going to have some trivia, a bunch of different things to give away, over $400 or $500 worth of gifts. And so you want to make sure you plan to be with us at Hot Rods Pizza Monday night, December the 23rd at 6 o'clock. Okay? We may talk 2 or 3 more times about that. But first of all, I got to take a commercial break and get this show lined up for you. And you guys hit that like and share button. And let's talk a bunch of different things going on here on Hometown Sports Corner. Again, guys, I hope I didn't talk the whole time with that commercial slick. I think I did. Hello to all of you. If you're just tuning in, we're getting a late start, and sometimes that causes us to... sometimes you just got to slow down a little bit. You know what I mean? And but again, Hometown Sports Corner, Sports Talk. You guys know the drill. You've been with me long enough. We'll talk about the boys and girls top 10 in the 14th region and the 15th region. We'll talk dirt track racing and grade school basketball action. Anything else you got on your mind. But I need to take a commercial break. Make sure this time you guys get to see the whole commercial, not just the end of it, okay? Are you struggling to lose weight? Do you have an underlying health issue? Stressful eating? No time to go to the gym? Come see us at East Kentucky Wellness Center. They want to help you lose weight. Come see them on Highway 119 in North Ermine, Kentucky, or call them at 606-403-1212. Looking for the hard-to-get gift for someone? We recommend East Kentucky Wellness gift vouchers. Remember, a healthier you starts today. 606-403-1212.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader.
Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now.
to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
Hyman Tire and Auto Parts wants to say thank you to all their loyal customers who have shopped with them this year. They also like to say they appreciate the opportunity to earn your business and are proud that so many of you choose to return to them time and time again for their great service. Don't forget to check out their Facebook page for all the great deals coming up this month and to call them at 606-785-3505. Established in 1954, Hyman Funeral Service has always been locally owned and operated. Located off of Highway 80, the current facility, built in 1986, was designed to meet the needs of you and your family. Our facility offers 3 chapels of varying sizes to accommodate your design. We also have a wide range of services to customize for your funeral needs. From the first call through the aftercare program, we are there for the families. Hyman Funeral Services. And again, a big thank you to some of our new sponsors, the folks at Hyman Funeral Services. We sure appreciate them coming on. And of course, Hyman Tire and Auto, a good sponsor of ours. And then East Kentucky Wellness from over in Letcher County, Kentucky. We're glad to have them come on board this week. Trying to catch up with Coach Josh Crow from down Powell County. Having a little technical difficulties. Had the same problem last week with the Owsley County coach, but I'll keep sending the link out, and hopefully we'll get Coach on here just in a moment. I wanted to brag on his Powell County Pirates, as they, of course, last week were in our top 10. But you got to believe they've moved up, right? And we'll talk more about who's in and where they're at. Going to go to the 15th region, look at their top 10s for boys and girls as well. Guys, we just feel like, again, coming off the Mountain Classic, that basketball, of course, I know Christmas, we all will be thinking about Christmas, as we should be. Remember that the good Lord, it's all about Jesus' birthday, and his birth should be celebrated with all people and everything. But we also, sports-wise, will probably turn our attention, I think, more to the All-A. And then we also begin to think about district matchups that are taking place, big rivalry games. This week on Thursday night alone, I couldn't get over how many big games were held on the same night. You had Wolfe County and Breathitt. You had Knott and Letcher. You had Hazard and Purry. Did you guys see any of those games? Did you see any upsets? Anything stood out different to you? Let us know about that. And let's chat it up for the next little bit here. In the comment section, we'll also look for some of you guys maybe to jump on there and talk a little bit with us as well. But first and foremost, again, let me say thank you to all of you that have been tuning us in. Had a good audience last week. We expect another good audience tonight, as once everybody figures out that we're on here, but just a little bit late. Got to give a shout out to our friend over in Floyd County. I actually covered him too. That's when you know you're getting old, is when you cover some of these coaches that didn't step out into coaching. But Coach John Meade has now become the new girls basketball coach. I think that broke this season about 6 o'clock. And over at Shelby Valley. And again, I covered John when he was in high school. I'm almost positive it was a Raider, a South Floyd Raider. And then I know at Alice Lloyd College when he played over there, I covered him. And then become friends with him over at Alice Lloyd. He now will take on the reins as the new head coach over there at Shelby Valley with the Lady Wildcats. So congratulations again to John Meade, named the head coach of the Shelby Valley girls basketball program. So we'll try if we can, see if we can't get John on the show maybe next week or the week after about that. That's my buddy Hunter Combs tuning in. Hunter says, good win for Knott Central over Letcher. Yes, it was for the boys and the girls, Hunter. That's the first time the girls, I didn't realize it until I'd done some notes for the pregame. It's the first time the girls had beaten Letcher Central in 3 times. Letcher had won the last 3 outings, but Coach Megan Huff and the Lady Patriots picked up the win. And then, boy, I knew the boys' game would be good, and it was. As Coach Noble made his debut in this big rivalry between Knott Central and Letcher, and Trevor had the guys from Letcher Central playing good. But Knott County, I felt like collectively as a team, just maybe one of the better outings I'd seen Knott County have. I felt like the Patriots played good, even though they lost the matchup to Purry. And then, of course, I covered the Pike Central game. They won that got the W in that game, Hunter. But again, Knott County Central, I felt like good win. Anytime you can win against your rival, it's something to feel good about. But don't worry, Letcher Central and Knott County, they'll battle it out again, as the Patriots will take on Letcher Central in Whitesburg, Kentucky. Wouldn't be a bit surprised if that isn't a different outcome on Monday, January the 20th. Monday, January the 20th, as Knott County Central will travel to Whitesburg to take on Letcher over there. But as we have started talking a little bit about the boys, I was going to go to the 15th region, but let's go ahead and do the 14th region tonight first. Let's talk girls 14th region top 10. Girls 14th region top 10, Knott County Central. Lady Patriots still in there at number 1. I feel like they should be. I know they lost the game in the YMT. Can I be honest with you folks? I don't mean this disrespectful to anybody, but you hear me loud and clear when I say this, okay? Ain't nobody in the mountains going to play with the Lady Jags of North Laurel if they play the way they played in that Mountain Classic. Been a long time. I said been a long time since I'd seen a girls team that I was that impressed with. I got home and thought about that statement, and I thought, man, when's the last time you've been that impressed with a team, period? North Laurel plays defense all over the court at all 5 spots. They offensively can take you to the rim. They offensively can pull up and hit the 3. Then they have 5 different spots that they can score from. And don't count them out of going far in the girls' Sweet 16 tournament. That's how impressed I was with them as they won that WYMT. With that said, though, then Knott County bounced back, and the Lady Patriots got themselves a good quality win right after that. And I think that's the measure of a good team, is you lose a game, how well do you bounce back from it? And Knott County did, as they got the W over Letcher. Big win, 62-24. And then the Lady Patriots won earlier tonight over June Buchanan, 73-17. So I have Knott again in there at number 1. I got Purry Central, Lady Commodores. Where'd they come from? I remember this one fella saying he thought they were going to be better than everybody else thought they would be. That was me. I get to take credit for that one. I knew Coach Lowe was going to go over there, and she was going to do better than what some would have thought for a first-year coach, because she's a competitor, folks. Okay? There's a reason why her name sits atop of the charts over there in that gymnasium in Whitesburg. And she coached under a coach that has got several regional titles. And she was active in doing so, and I knew when the time come that she'd be a good coach. And, by the way, I want to say this too. Purry Central's roster wasn't as depleted as what some would think. Okay? They returned one of the state's top rebounders. They returned 2 guards that were in the hunt of things. And then finished that up with a young lady that's come out and had a double-double earlier this week for them. So I got Purry Central in there at number 2. Here comes the Bulldogs, though. The Lady Dogs not going to let us talk about Purry Central long without them being in the middle. Maddie Fronapple, I think, still yet a candidate for Player of the Year. And I think Coach Howard's Lady Dogs says We're tired of talking about the future. The future's now. And I think it could be. I went as far in the preview show that we'd done with all the guys to say I felt like I came close to picking Hazard to win the region. I've took a little grief since then over that, but I still think the Lady Bulldogs have that kind of potential, and they get to host the regional title, regional tournament. Anyhow, I got them in at number 3. I like Breathitt County. Lady Bobcats healthy. Have made some noise already in Jackson, Kentucky. They're 3-3, but you got to look at some of the games that Coach Brandon Hayes' team has won. They beat Buckhorn, they beat Powell, and they beat Jackson City. The games they lost, Floyd Central, which we'll see in a minute, it's a top 5 team in the 15th region. No shame in that. Estill County and Breathitt's a big rivalry game. Sometimes you get caught up in that. It was on the road. And then the Morgan County game. Morgan's the one loss that Breathitt has that I don't understand. I'd have to hear somebody explain that one more to me. Maybe Morgan is better than what I thought they were. But I kind of thought Breathitt would win that game against Morgan County. But anyhow, as you see there, I got Breathitt in at 4. I got Leslie County. And yes, I know Leslie County lost. I saw that. I watched the replay of the game on Hometown 24. The guys went down and done an excellent job, as they always do with that game. But I still think Coach Farmer's team, they're 2-3. But I think they deserve to be in our top 10. I got them in at 5. They'll go for Christmas break down to Tennessee, Eastern Tennessee. Then they come back and they play that Floyd Central team that everybody's having trouble with. Then Clay County on the road, Perry on the road after the Perry game. And I know that Leslie's already wanting to say, hey, hold on, we're going in there to win that. But after the Perry game, I think that's when things will start clicking for Leslie. They get better as the season goes on. That's a sign of a good coach and a good team. And I expect them, if they can ride the storms out, Leslie County and Coach Farmer, I know she has a team that everybody's saying it's got to come farther down the road, and it will. They're in probably a rebuild year, but I still think they're a top 10 team. Owsley County, Lady Owls, the reigning 14th region champions. Okay? There's a reason why that their head coach got to take that trophy and put it in his case. Yes, he had a bunch of talent, but he's still yet, I think, the head coach down at Owsley County, one of the top coaches that we've got in the 14th region, and I would not count Owsley out. I got them at 6, and they could be higher as the season goes on. I like Wolfe County. I also said that early from the get-go. I felt like that Wolfe County had a opportunity this year to have an even better team than what people thought they would have. I know that depth could be a big factor for them, but Coach Brown has got his Lady Wolves right now undefeated, folks. They should have been a top 3 or 4 team. Might be a top 3 or 4 team. They got wins over Jenkins, Buckhorn, Powell, Lee, and Magoffin County. They'll host tomorrow night Breathitt County. You win that one, then you got to be a top 5 team next week, right? Plus, they have a couple of hometown Sports Corner All-Stars on their team, so we like to always keep up to date with them. They'll have the rematch with Powell County as well coming up in next week's action. So, should be fun. No doubt there for the Lady Wolves. As I have them at 7. Probably should have had them top 5. So, we'll watch that again, as they got a good win this week over Magoffin County. But Magoffin took them to overtime, and it's not the Magoffin County team that we're accustomed to seeing. Then I have Letcher. I know the Lady Cougars fell to Knott Central, but their coach, guys, always gets his team better. And Coach Baker's Lady Cougars will get better and better as the time goes on. Got to find somebody else to help them in scoring. They need one more person to be able to step up and say, I'm the person, coach. I'm the one you can count on. I think Miss Stamper could be a little more assertive in the offense. I feel confident that she could be the one that could get them. You know Paige is going to get her points for Letcher, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Miss Stamper couldn't be the second person, the junior. And then I like Miss Wright as well. She got hurt in the Knott County game, and that kind of threw her off some of her game. Wouldn't be a bit surprised, too, if she don't have a better performance the next time they play Knott County. And I think, too, Letcher's still not out of the picture. Too early to count the Lady Cougars out, in my opinion. How about my buddy, Coach Gary Gazee and the Lady Lions of Cordia? We got them in at 9. And there's a world in which you could say they deserve to be even higher. I know they're 2-3 on the season. Got wins over OBI and over the Lady Cavs, who most people had ranked 5. Preseason polls had the Cavs anywhere from 5 to 10. And so he goes and he gets the win at Jenkins, he being the Lady Lions coach, Gary Gazee. So with that, I think he's got to be 9 over the 10th ranked Jenkins Cavaliers that you see there. But again, they play Jackson City. They play a Lee County team on the 27th that I think that's a very winnable game for Cordia. Then they play Buckhorn. I expect that to be another winnable game for Cordia. Next thing you know, man, the Cordia Lady Lions, if they'll play hard and listen to Coach Gary Gazee, that could be a 5 or 6 win team the next time we're on the show here. And could help validate me putting them in there at number 9 for the second week in a row. But again, Lady Cavs of Jenkins, I'm not give up on you still being a top 5 team in the 14th region. I just think things didn't get off to the start you wanted it to. You opened up against the Lady Wolf County team that I said for the second time tonight will say is better than everybody thought they'd be. When you play a Wolf County team that is putting up some of the numbers they have, let's go back and look at that just for a second. Jasmine Banks, Jazzy, of course, one of our hometown Sports Corner All-Stars for 2 years. And as I said last week, hopefully get her over there this year to make it 3 years in a row. 22 points a ball game for her. Naomi Noble, 10 points and probably close to that in rebounds. Actually is averaging 11 rebounds. She's averaging a double-double for Wolf County. No wonder they're undefeated so far. But that kind of hurt Jenkins a little bit with that opening loss. And then played some teams out of Wise, Virginia that perhaps they didn't know a whole lot about, and it was close losses. But with that said, they got the win over Jackson City earlier this week, 2 nights ago. Tough outing for them against East Ridge coming up. They'll play host to McGoffin. I feel like that's a winnable game for the Lady Cavs. So again, we'll watch that top 10 and see how that one continues to unfold. John says Knott County looking tough. John, I agree 100% with you, brother. The Lady Patriots, when McLawrence gets the help that she got against Letcher, and what I mean by that, Acacia Bentley, a couple threes in a row, boom, boom, right out of the gate. And then Danny, Kyra's little sister, the 7th grader, 13 points for her. Riley Feltner, a couple quick buckets in a row. Then you have the play of some other girls on each side of her that start. I was so happy to see Drew Reed get back on the court and get back into the flow of things. Faith Pollard didn't get in the game's flow. She got in the game. She started, obviously, but Faith got in foul trouble, and they just had her number, or fouls had her number, however you want to word it. I think Faith will have a bigger performance for Knott County a couple different times down the road. Wouldn't be a bit surprised to see that. But that's where I see the top 10s right now, guys. Speaking of Faith Pollard, before we go to commercial break and come back and talk about the boys' 14th region, let me give a big shout out and a congratulations to Faith Pollard. Perhaps you saw on our post earlier today, Miss Pollard signed with the University of Cumberland. And man alive, before I made the post, I thought perhaps I would run down some stats and try to do a little homework on some of her numbers. And young'uns, listen to me. No wonder everybody was as big on Pollard for volleyball is what they were. I've said it now for 2 years, that she's worth the price of admission. But guys, when you look at the numbers that Faith Pollard put up this year, she had 97 sets played in which she obtained 499 kills this year. Okay, that's an average of 5 kills. She had 97 blocks. 47 of them were solo. She had 14 assists and 165 digs. And oh, by the way, she still yet will be the first one to tell you that she can go to the University of Cumberland and improve her game. You give her 2 more years at the collegiate level, and the sky's the limit for Miss Faith Pollard. And so they got themselves an outstanding volleyball player, and we just want to give big congratulations to her. Also want to back up too and say congratulations, as I said earlier, I kind of touched on it, big time performance by Jacqueline Amos. Miss Amos had herself somewhat of a ball game this week for Perry Central as she put up a double-double. And we wanted to congratulate her over at Perry Central as she got 11 points, 11 rebounds, to go along with 4 blocks in the Perry Central win over Estill County. And again, guys, hit that like and share button, and let's come back and talk a little more high school basketball after this commercial break.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Addiction is a disorder. We treat and we manage addiction like any other disorder. The issue touched me when I start seeing more and more young families fighting addiction, start having babies born with an addiction issue. When we have a great outcome, when we see that person coming back on their feet, working and producing and providing for their family. That's the best outcome, make you feel that you're doing something right.
Are you looking for personalized health care that's efficient and close to home? Primary Care Center is now your destination for comprehensive health care in the center of your community. With a team of experienced and caring local providers, we offer a range of services. We have locations in Hazard, Hyden, Hindman, Fico, and now our new Whitesburg location. Stop by today and walk-ins are welcome. That's Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky.
Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court is happy to once again be sponsoring another event featuring our Knott County youth. Judge Executive Dobson and the members of the Knott Fiscal Court encourage you to support all our Knott County youth in all of their academic and athletic endeavors. That positive reinforcement means the world to these student athletes. This reminder from Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier. Of our new headquarters, log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader.
Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is proud to sponsor tonight's sporting event. Nelson Frazier has the highest quality American-made funeral products, cremation services, mausoleums, burial markers. 3 chapels located in Hyman, Martin, and now in Prestonsburg. Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is local people serving local families.
On streets of glory.
And again, a big thank you to all of our good sponsors here, and thanks to all of you that are tuning in. You guys do me a favor again, hit that like and share button for us, and we'll certainly appreciate that. And reach more guests, which again in return will let more people know that they can catch Hometown Sports Corner Sports Talk here tonight. Fun time for us. Chris Gotze and I had an opportunity to go down to Emelina and call the Emelina Car Creek game. Then we had a couple games get canceled on us this week, so that threw us a curveball. But we are working to get a couple more games rescheduled, and hoping to be, if all goes well, at Alice Lloyd College tomorrow. Chris Gotze looking to bring us those games over there, and I'm still trying to work on some things to where I could hopefully be at the Car Creek game tomorrow night. If things go, there's some things has to work out for me. That game starts about 7 o'clock, and so we're watching the weather, to be quite honest with you, to see if this winter weather comes through here or not. If it does, obviously we would never put nobody in danger, but if the weather passes through, well, then we'll do our best to bring you two, perhaps 4 games tomorrow night, right here on Hometown Sports Corner's Facebook pages. And we are thankful again to all of you folks that have tuned us in, and going to try one more way here to send an invite to one of our guests that we're still trying to get on the show here tonight. Again, as I said, folks, and have said before, sometimes this technology is it's sweet and it works flawless, and then other times, for some reason or another, it just don't want to go the way it should. But Coach, I'll send you this link here and see if this one works for us, to invite you to our show here, and let's see if that works. If not, I'll try my best to get Coach Crow on next week from Powell County. Again, I appreciate him being willing to come on the show tonight, though, if we can get that worked out. While we're still waiting to see if that happens, let's go now, can we, to the boys' 14th region, and let's talk about that. There's a reason why I kind of wanted to coach on tonight. As you see there, we've got Powell County in the top 10. Actually got them up to number 2. But first things first, let's go number 1 team, and that's the 14th region's Hazard Bulldogs, the winner of the WYMT Mountain Classic. As the Mountain Classic winners, the Hazard Bulldogs impressed a lot of people, folks, including myself. Got a chance, as we try to do, to cover that one with James Salem, called the first and the last night of the Mountain Classic. And congratulations again to the Hazard Bulldogs, this year's WYMT Food City Mountain Classic champions, as they won over Harlan County. Boy, what a game it was. Down to 10 seconds to go, they throw the ball in to Evan Everso, and Everso scores. And I had just said during the inbounds play, I said the one thing they want to make sure they don't do is let him get it, score, and foul him. And that's exactly what Harlan County done. Evan scores with 1.7 seconds. He hits the free throw to win the game for Hazard over Harlan County there in the finals of that. Since then, the Hazard Bulldogs had themselves a classic. After the classic, how many times has that happened, by the way? as we saw Hazard play Perry Central. They beat, after the YMT, actually they won Breathitt in the semifinals, Harlan County in the finals, and then they got the home win over Perry Central, 64-61. Then they being Hazard, to Leslie County tonight. I don't have that score just yet, so maybe somebody will get us that one in the comment section there. But again, Coach Al Holland's Bulldogs undefeated, 7-0, and we have them in there right now at the number 1 spot. In at number 2 is Powell County. Guys, this is a team that went to Knott Central and got the W, and had a lot of people wondering, hey, this is supposed to be the year that Powell was rebuilding, whatever you want to call it. Well, I'll tell you what they've done. They lost their first game and haven't lost since then. Powell County is 6-1. They've won 6 straight. Wins over, like I said, Knott Central. Then they beat a top 25 team in the state, Montgomery County. They beat Bluegrass United out of Lexington, Owsley County, West Carter, Model. And they'll go Saturday to Jenkins to play in that Cavalier Christmas Classic over there Saturday. And again, would love to get to come and see that one myself. I have a wedding I got to perform. So that's going to knock, I don't want to say knock me out of, because it's an honor to get to do these weddings as a minister, but I won't be doing games Saturday. But nevertheless, Powell County going to be over in Jenkins at that Jenkins Cavalier Christmas Classic over there coming up this weekend. Weather, of course, I'm quite sure is permitted to say that one. Then at number 3, I've talked about the Classic going on over at Jenkins. How about we talk about Jenkins? The Cavaliers, coached Winston Lee, and what a performance he's done over there with Jenkins this year. Phenomenal job with the Cavaliers. Right now, undefeated, 6-0. They got good wins over Cordia, Belfry, Hurley, Virginia, J.I. Burton out of Norton, Virginia, Eastside, that's Coburn out of Virginia. And they continue to impress people, as they should. Jenkins Cavaliers led in scoring with Aiden Hayes, 14 points ball game. Braden Sexton, a Hometown Sports Corner All-Star, 13 points ball game. Cameron Hayes, another Hometown Sports Corner All-Star, with 12 a game. Gavin Gibson, another Hometown Sports Corner All-Star, 11 points a ball game. So shout out to the Jenkins Cavaliers, 6-0 right now. Scored over 450 points. Give up about 220 some, so they're doing a good job defensively against their opponents. And couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Again, I'm very proud of Winston Lee. Another one of those Alice Lloyd kids that I covered, and actually was on the coaching staff when Winston played there, and so it's a pleasure to see him succeed over at Jenkins. Breathitt County got you in at 4. I still feel like Breathitt could win this region. And I know it's a big statement considering I've got them ranked 4th, but when you have an Austin Spurry who this past week become the all-time leading scorer at Breathitt County. You think about all the teams and all the banners and all the championships that they brought back to Jackson, Kentucky. For him to become their all-time leading scorer, that lets you know how special of a player he is and has been. They've got the bigs down low, and he has the shooters on each side of him to impress me and to lead me to believe they've got the pieces to the puzzle. I know they've got the coach, okay? Hall of Fame coach Jeff Honeycutt down there got a ton of regional titles. Very, very, very capable of winning this region, folks. Let's remember, last year nobody talked about Perry Central, and Perry represented us down in Rupp Arena. That could happen for Breathitt. How about Leslie County? Another one of our friends, and it's good to get a brag on your friends, but sometimes you got to point out that you're bragging on them not because they're your friends, but because they're doing a good job. Leslie County, 5-2 on the season. Both losses wasn't bad losses. When you lose to Betsy Lane team out of the 15th region, nothing to hang your head on, folks. Okay? Betsy Lane's for real. And then Shelby Valley also that 15th. We had that game. I covered it for Hometown 24. It was a dogfight down to the wire. And then Coach Noble got wins over Jackson City, Cordia, Lee, Owsley, and Buckhorn. And so, again, got a young roster over there. I don't know if he has a senior. Let's check that out. Right? Yes, one senior. Matt Lewis, the only senior he's got. Plays some freshmen, some sophomores, some juniors. And Coach Noble just asked you to play defense and do it the right way. Everything else takes care of itself. Leslie County in at number 5. Perry Central, they're in at 6. But I still think 2. And this be the one they'll email me on in the morning. I think Perry can win this region again. Well, you're just saying it because they went to Hazard and played them close. No, I said it when I watched them play Martin County. Coach Shannon Hoskins has got his Commodores playing at a level early on that I thought it might take them January, February before they would play that level. They're playing, pull it off the rim, and run it just as fast as we can to the other end and score. And all 5 players are capable of doing that. When you do that and you get a little help off your bench, don't count the Commodores out. They're the reigning champions. I know they lost the big 3, and I know that everybody's got to beat Hazard, and I still agree with that. It's Hazard's region for somebody to go to have to beat Hazard. But Perry Central, get red hot, the shots falling. You wouldn't want to be the team that those shots were falling against on that night come regional tournament time over at Knox County Central High School. So I have Perry in at 6. I have Estill County, the Engineers. Listen to that big old train coming down the line. My goodness, 6 wins. They're 6-2 on the season. Lost tonight. Matter of fact, down in Tennessee. Only their second loss of the season. The other one was to Madison Central, which, by the way, not a bad loss. That's a good Madison Central team. But Coach Brian Hall's got his Engineers lined up, fired up, and ready to play. Then Wolfe County. Maybe it is just the fact that their point guard's a dirt track driver, and everybody knows I love dirt track racing. Or maybe it's the fact that I think he alone will not allow Wolfe County to not be a contender. Yes, I saw the Breathitt County game. I watched it. I saw the score. But, folks, Coach Creech and the Wolfe County Wolves can make some noise. Don't count them out either. They're down in Gatlinburg, Tennessee playing this weekend, and we'll try to bring you up to date on how that went for them as they're representing the 14th region down in Tennessee. Knox County, the Patriots, I got them in at number 9. Knox County Central, 3 wins as they beat June Buchanan tonight for their 3rd win of the season. They're 3-4 on the season, but Coach Casey Huff has a team that they too have the pieces of the puzzle. I talk about that a lot. You can have a really good player and not get out of your district. You can have 2 good players and not get out of the first round of the regional tournament. But you got to have, what I say, the pieces of the puzzle. Have you got a big man inside that can get you some buckets off of rebounds, get you some buckets because you got him the ball right where he wanted it and he went straight up with it? Knox County's got that in Chance Ambergy. And I think Mr. Gibson is quickly realizing I can make a living being at the right spot. Them hit me the pass and me lay it up and score. Then the second thing I want you to have for the pieces of the puzzle, got to have a point guard. I think high school basketball hinges on the point guard spot. I think it's the number 1 spot in high school basketball. Give me a point guard if I'm building a team. I don't care if you do have somebody who can throw it down and dunk it. I'll tell my point guard to run plays around you and to slow it down or to speed it up. Well, of course, we know Drake Sloan checks those boxes. The one problem I've worried about for Knox County from day one, is who's going to step up and hit the outside shots for them. I think Knott County is starting to realize that rather than to have a 25-point outside score, we got to just have 10 guys that can score. Let's get this 5 from you and 6 from you and 6 from you, and the next thing you know, we got our 18 points that we're looking for. Connor Napier, I still think spot-up shooter, catch and shoot, get me the ball, let me unload. Talon Osborne is continuing to get double-doubles, and we're not hearing enough about his game because he's playing some good basketball. Then they got some other guys that are coming into their game. I've said all along that I feel like Jaden Embergy's one of the 5 best in his class. I said that when he was a 7th grader. I said that when he was an 8th grader. Freshman. I'm going to say it till he graduates. You're going to have a hard time because I watched the kid against kids his age dominate. And I think Embergy is starting to feel that confidence that he needed for the varsity level. Then I got Owsley County. Of course, took a couple tough losses. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 in the 14th region. Those 6 teams looking for those last 3 spots of the top 10. We could see 7, 8, 9, 10 switch. New teams could come in. Teams could go out all season long. But I got for now 1 more week. I got to put Owsley County in there at number 10. And yes, I'm sure that somebody's going to say, well, how about the losses they've got? Yes, but you got to look at the other team's losses. Owsley will get a chance, though. They'll get some good competition. They'll play that Jenkins team, Knott County. They got a good, strong matchup against Lee County. I think that's a big game, Lee and Owsley, for who gets into or who finishes in the top 10, we should say, late in the season, is the Owsley-Lee matchups there. But, guys, that's how I see things for this week in our top 10. One more time, let me remind you, I put my top 10s together based upon where you were last week, and what you done this week. And so, please be polite to the kids. You can complain, talk about me all you want to. But when we do these top 10s, it's something to talk about. It gives me a chance to talk about what everybody done throughout the week. And that's why we put these little things together here. Before we take a commercial break, how about we just go ahead and jump over to, no, actually, let's hold to the format and go to a commercial break. And then we'll come back and talk more about the 15th region action after this. Established in 1954, Hyman Funeral Service has always been locally owned and operated. Located off of Highway 80, the current facility, built in 1986, was designed to meet the needs of you and your family. Our facility offers 3 chapels of varying sizes to accommodate your desires. We also have a wide range of services to customize for your funeral needs. From the first call through the aftercare program, we are there for the families. Hyman Funeral Services. Are you struggling to lose weight? Do you have an underlying health issue? Stressful eating? No time to go to the gym? Come see us at East Kentucky Wellness Center. They want to help you lose weight. Come see them on Highway 119 in North Ermine, Kentucky, or call them at 606-403-1212. Looking for the hard-to-get gift for someone? We recommend East Kentucky Wellness gift vouchers. Remember, a healthier you starts today. 606-403-1212.
Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court is happy to once again be sponsoring another event featuring our Knott County youth. Judge Executive Dobson and the members of the Knott Fiscal Court encourage you to support all our Knott County youth in all of their academic and athletic endeavors. That positive reinforcement means the world to these student athletes. This reminder from Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader.
Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
And again, a good thank you to all of our great sponsors that helps makes this show possible, and also for those that continuously say, hey, we appreciate what you're doing, and continue to keep up the good work. Guys, you don't know how far that goes and what that means to us. We don't claim to be ESPN, and again, do a lot of this stuff out of our own back pocket just because we care about the kids and so forth. But with that said, it takes a little money and a whole lot of our time to pull off what we do here. And we're just thankful to have all of you guys that are out there tuning in to each and every week come up to us and say, hey, again, we recognize what you're doing and thank you for what you're doing. Guys, let's see if we can now go, as I said we would, to the 15th region. Look at those top 10s. This is the 15th region in the girls division there. Johnson Central, Lady Eagles, got them in at number 1. Got Floyd Central, Lady Jags in there at number 2. I feel like, again, that's the team that's now everybody's starting to say, hey, maybe he's right. I've been saying for a while, I felt like that they had the pieces to the puzzle. And they're in at number 2. Lawrence County, Lady Bulldogs, right now got them in at 3 for the girls' top 10 over there. As you see there, I got Paintsville in at 4. Phelps, the Lady Hornets up to top 5. Martin County, Lady Cardinals in at 6. Shelby Valley, congratulations to them again, as they are our 7th ranked team. Pike Central, we got Lady Hawks in at 8. I got East Ridge in at 9, and Betsy Lane in at the top 10 spot there. Betsy Lane, big W tonight for them over Belfry. That's their 3rd win of the season for our friend Corey Thacker. And a couple different Lady Cats that play in our All-Star game. We've got to recognize them. East Ridge, that score just came through for them over at Jenkins as they won that one 63-41. Match up there. Martin County, Lady Cardinals on the road at Lexington Catholic. Get a nice win down there at Lexington Catholic. Martin County Lady Cardinals 56-40 winners for our number 6 team there. That score just come in as we bring them up here on the screen. That might be our only other local scores that we've got tonight out of the 15th region. But again, have Johnson Central, the Lady Eagles at number 1. Floyd Central, again, looking forward to a couple of their games on Hometown Sports Corner. We're going to try to bring you a couple Floyd Central games coming up here after the Christmas break. And so we'll see you guys hopefully over there. as Coach Tyler Little's Lady Jags are 4-1 on the season. They play Belfry tomorrow night at Floyd Central. And so, again, that'll be a good one. And then after their Christmas break, they'll play Letcher Central at Letcher. They'll host Leslie, host Johnson Central, and then host Letcher. So that's 4 games there. And coming back after Christmas break, that would have teams in our coverage area playing at or hosting Floyd Central. So we'll have them, like I said, on the Hometown Sports Network here pretty soon. Then that Johnson Central Lady Eagles team, undefeated, 6-0 on the season. Lawrence County Lady Bulldogs, 4-1 on the season. Got a nice win over Prestonsburg, who I think still yet a team that will look to get back into the top 10. We had them preseason top 10 and had a tough start, but it's not how you start, guys. It's how you finish. Coach Denise Campbell in Pikeville, another team that's got off to a tough start. I think Pikeville can still be a top 10 team. Would not count them out by any means. We got Paintsville in that top 10 there at 2-3. We have Shelby Valley at 7. The Shelby Valley, Pike Central, East Ridge, Betsy Lane group, much like the boys in the 14th region. You could take, I think, the top 6, and they'll be pretty much there most of the season. But I think 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 could change and rotate, and they'll beat each other. And we'll see that bottom part of that top 10 change quite a bit throughout the course of our Hometown Sports Corner top 10s that we do. Then let's flip over, if we can, to the boys' side of things. And if I scroll down here quick enough and hit the right button, you'll see this week's boys' team. Some changes there, as we anticipate. You guys knew there would be, right? Always are. Alice Lloyd College 15th region top 10 poll sees Martin County new number 1. Of course, the Cardinals go over to Pikeville and they get the W. And so for that, we move them up to the number 1 spot. Then they got another good win tonight over Rowan County. Boy, it's a close one, 72-70. But Cardinals, with an exception to that one loss to Perry Central, had it not been for that loss, man, they'd be undefeated on the season. They're 6-1, and they have won 4 straight since then. They'll play at Rowan County Saturday. They'll play Shelby County, and then they got a Christmas tournament for them as well. I think down in Florida, I believe the Cardinals are headed to, if I hear someone say right. And then January the 3rd, Johnson Central and Martin County. It's another one of those games, folks, that you got to believe Johnson Central, they need that one. 2-2 on the season. Got a win over McGoffin last night. And Coach Tommy McKenzie's Eagles will be focused and ready for that Martin County game. Might try to go watch that one just as a fan. That's how big of a game. I think that game could be real early in the month of January coming up there. Then, as I said, Lawrence County at 3. I have Betsy Lane at 4. I have Shelby Valley at 5. Floyd Central at 6. Floyd Central's the one team that probably got something to gripe a little bit about there. They're 4-1. They beat Rowan County on Saturday. They were on the road tonight against Paintsville. I don't have that score. If anybody's got that one, let us know. Belfry I have at 8. I got Pike Central at 9 and Johnson Central at 10. Well, there's some teams with a better record than your 9 and 10 teams. They do, but I had Johnson Central and Pike Central in my top 5 starting off. Each week, I try to explain again, we do our top 10s based upon where you were the week before and how the weeks went. So a couple tough losses for Pike Central and Johnson Central's got them in the 9 and 10 spot. But I think, too, both of those teams will prove out to be a top 5 team before the season's over. They both have sharpshooters that can put up 30 points a game, and they just got a I think a little more experience for Pike Central's bench. And then Johnson Central just got to fix some things. And once they get those things fixed, I feel like the Golden Eagles could very well be the team, in my opinion, that could finish the highest, but yet be ranked where they're at right now. They got, I think, several spots they can move up in the month of January. But again, you won't be playing your best basketball come February. Certainly so. Patty Amberg, says, Perry Central boys won their first game of the Rocky Top Christmas tournament. Thank you so much for that, Patty. We appreciate that. There's Parker Cottle. Listen to me now, all right? Now that Parker's tuning in. Guys, my dirt track racing friend, the young man that I have sponsored because I know someday that he is going to be an all-star in dirt track racing. I made him make me one promise every year I've sponsored him. I said, just don't forget me when you become big time at this dirt track racing. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Parker can ball. Okay? I hadn't, as good as I know him, as much as I love him, I hadn't watched Parker play basketball until this week. Parker Cottle has got, man, he can take it down the lane and score. He's got some game. And he and his Emelina Eagles played a good game against Clark Creek. And Parker, I told you, Uncle Brent tonight, how proud I was of you guys. And you just keep doing you, man. And keep making us proud above everything. Telling people about Jesus and letting your light shine. And but again, the dirt track extraordinaire has got some basketball in him, no doubt. Some more scores being showed there. Charlene Cottle says Hazard won their game 57-35. So let's back up and see again if I had that score on here. If not, I'll thank you for that. So Hazard won that one at Leslie County, 57-35. Thank you, Miss Cottle, for that one. Again, Patty Ambergy tells us Perry Central won the first game of their tournament down in Tennessee. Thank you for that one. And then Watson Lyle wanting to know about some dirt track news, especially at 201 Speedway. Watson, the cool thing about 201 is they're still finalizing their schedule. I want to see that schedule sooner than later. Saw some of it, but I want to see the complete schedule. Hoping they'll pick up an American All-Star Series race or two. I'm talking to some people that hopefully are talking to some people. That needs to happen. 201 needs to go ahead. All the other tracks have picked up the All-Star Series for one of their biggest races of the year, and we want to see that happen at 201. And believe, no reason to doubt that we will see that real soon. Let me scroll up here, and Miss Jessica Smith-Atkins also says Mullins got another win tonight against Pikeville. That's in our middle school action. And so shout out to Mullins as they have got themselves another nice win. Guys, the top 10 that I normally always do for grade school, I'm going to post that in the morning. And here's why. We had so many big games last night and tonight that I haven't got to put in our top 10 considerations, that I'll mess that up. I'd rather wait and do it a day late than to put somebody in over somebody, and then all you guys say, wait a minute, you got us 5 and they're 4 and we beat them. So give me the benefit of the doubt there. The grade school games are harder to keep up with just by the fact that I'm relying on other people to give me those scores. And the coaches have done a better job this year. We've done a better job getting those scores out to you. We've covered more games than anybody at the grade school level. Nobody's covered more grade school games than us. I promise you that. And even with that said, this year, we have so many talented grade school teams that you might be number 1, as Breathitt was last week, and Hyman was the week before, but you may turn around and beat each other, and that kind of drops you down a little bit in the top 10. And so, but we'll get you an updated grade school top 10, and then I promise to have a full top 10 next week on next week's show. Speaking of which, let me remind you guys, next week we will be back here Thursday night, hopefully a little earlier, 10 o'clock's a tough time to start a show and expect anybody to tune in. I try to get on here at 9:30. Makes a little difference. But tonight after Bible study at church, I had to go spend a little time with my family. Everybody getting ready for Christmas and making plans for Christmas and so forth. But weather permitting, I'll be at Car Creek matchup tomorrow. They're going to host the Letcher Central middle school team. And so if the weather will let us, you guys tune in for that matchup tomorrow here on Hometown Sports. Chris Godsey, if weather permits, will be at Alice Lloyd College tomorrow about 1 o'clock. I think somewhere 1, 2, we'll go on the air shortly thereafter with the girls' Alice Lloyd College game and then the boys' Alice Lloyd College game. And then, as I said, we'll go from there. Hopefully going to try to find some games next week, or the week after, I should say. We're looking for games to get to do on Friday and Saturday. So you coaches, send us your games. Let me know what your updated schedules are for December the 27th, 28th, and 30th. Okay? And we'll see if we can't pick up a couple extra games there. Charlene Cottle says R.W. Combs beat Emelina by 30, she says. And then they beat Beaver by 20 in the Robinson Christmas Classic. So R.W., we planned tonight we were going to have R.W. in East Perry. That was our game of the week that got canceled on us. So R.W., the Mustangs, and the Miners was going to be in our game of the week. So I'm really glad, especially glad that we picked up the Emelina Car Creek game on Monday, Tuesday there, earlier in the week, because the game tonight got canceled. And a lot of people sick. We got a bunch of teams right now that have a bunch of players out, and the coaches all agree that if we got, 4 starters, it's probably too many to try to play a game without 3 or 4 starters. So they mutual agreement agreed to cancel that game. But we had planned, had already made the graphics even, was getting ready to post them, that we were coming to do East Perry and RW when Chris got the email from Coach Noble saying, hey, we got to cancel that game. And we understand that. So if they make it up, East Perry and RW, though, you guys let us know. We want to try to catch that one for the fans that we have over in Perry County. Jessica Ousley says RW plays Hyman tomorrow at home. All right, Jessica, we will, maybe that's our game to go to tomorrow night. We're looking. That ought to be a good one. Down in the Hive is RW, and Hyman will play tomorrow night. We're going to do that. Like I said, though, I got to do the Alice Lloyd games tomorrow, and then we'll let tomorrow evening be kind of determined upon the weather and how that one goes for us. But you guys get out and go to those games. We will have again tomorrow, before the games are played, we'll have an updated top 10 for you for the grade schools. And just thank all of you so much for tuning in. Let me remind you, too, now, Monday night, come be with us. James Sandler, Chris Godsey, hopefully Todd Meadows, Hunter Combs, all of us from Hometown Sports will be at Hot Rods Pizza for the 12 days of Christmas giveaways and one night. We're going to give away pizza, t-shirts, hats, gift cards, money. Got some cake. We're going to have some games, call them reindeer games. We just want you to come and be with us as we once again will be at Hot Rods Pizza Monday night, December the 23rd at 6 o'clock. My family's coming. Hopefully James's family come. Try to see if we can't get the big man in red to take the time out of his busy schedule. But you all come be with us, would you please, over at Hot Rods Pizza. Do me one more favor. If you haven't done so already, hit the like and share button. In the comment section, as always, leave a shout out to your favorite baller, whether it be grade school, high school, college, and let's have fun as we go down the final stretch of our grade school season. We get ready for the high school districts and all A's and regionals and the Harold Mullins Classic. We'll talk more about that next week, and then We will, I promise you, talk more about this next week. I have to. But I want to, before we go tonight, have you guys write down January the 19th. That's a Sunday afternoon at the Campbell Arts Center. We will present the Girls Grade School Player of the Year, the first team and second team girls grade school players. We're going to give our Mr. Football award away, our quarterback of the year, our running back of the year, our volleyball player of the year, our dirt track fan favorites. A lot of awards to be given away in our first ever Hometown Sports Corner Fall Awards Night taking place January the 19th. How are you having a fall awards in January? That means fall sports, okay? The fall sports that have already finished up their season will give away their award ceremony will be January the 19th. Please make plans to come and be with us for that. We'll talk a whole lot more about that. You'll see and hear a lot more about that in the next couple of weeks coming up. But guys, that's going to wrap us up. We've had a good show tonight. Coach Crow was coming on from Powell County, was not able. He and I tried every way we knew possible and could not find a way to get Coach Josh Crow on. Next week, I will have the phone lines opened up. That'll be my third option. If I can't get you by Facebook or by a messenger or text, which is I normally text a link to these student athletes and the coaches, and that link will just open up and let them be a special guest on the show. For some reason tonight he didn't want to work with us, so we'll go to the old school. We'll have the phone lines opened up next week or the week after and have Coach Crow on here from Powell County, good Lord willing. But that's going to wrap us up for tonight's show. You guys be real good sports fans. Make sure, if you've not listened to nothing else I've said, to remember that Jesus is the reason for the season. Certainly the weekend you want to take your family to church and take time out to go to the book of Luke and read to them the Christmas story and spend time with your family, folks. You never know who you've got with you this Christmas that may not be there next Christmas. And so you want to make sure that you, if nothing else, get a hug and a kiss from your family that you love so much. Till next week, I'll see you around the corner on Hometown Sports Corner. Good night. God bless you, everyone. Established in 1954, Hyman Funeral Service has always been locally owned and operated. Located off of Highway 80, the current facility, built in 1986, was designed to meet the needs of you and your family. Our facility offers 3 chapels of varying sizes to accommodate your desires. We also have a wide range of services to customize for your funeral needs. From the first call through the aftercare program, we are there for the families. Hyman Funeral Services. Are you struggling to lose weight? Do you have an underlying health issue? Stressful eating? No time to go to the gym? Come see us at East Kentucky Wellness Center. They want to help you lose weight. Come see them on Highway 119 in North Ermine, Kentucky, or call them at 606-403-1212. Looking for the hard-to-get gift for someone? We recommend East Kentucky Wellness gift vouchers. Remember, a healthier you starts today. 606-403-1212. Hyman Tire and Auto Parts wants to say thank you to all their loyal customers who have shopped with them this year. They also like to say they appreciate the opportunity to earn your business and are proud that so many of you choose to return to them time and time again for their great service. Don't forget to check out their Facebook page for all the great deals coming up this month and to call them at 606-785-3505.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader.
Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is proud to sponsor tonight's sporting event. Nelson Frazier has the highest quality American-made funeral products, cremation services, mausoleum, and memorial markers, all with a family budget in mind. With 3 chapels located in Hyman, Martin, and now in Prestonsburg, Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is local people serving local families.
On streets of glory.
Are you looking for personalized health care that's efficient and close to home? Primary Care Center is now your destination for comprehensive health care in the center of your community. With a team of experienced and caring local providers, we offer a range of services. We have locations in Hazard, Hyden, Hindman, Fico, and now our new Whitesburg location. Stop by today and walk-ins are welcome. That's Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky.
Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court is happy to once again be sponsoring another event featuring our Knott County youth. Judge Executive Dobson and the members of the Knott Fiscal Court encourage you to support all our Knott County youth in all of their academic and athletic endeavors. That positive reinforcement means the world to these student athletes. This reminder from Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson